Welcome into Rover Sports. We're here breaking down Blake Bortles. He will still be starting for the Jacksonville Jags. I'm Bruce the Sports Doc here with Spencer G. And we're going to go over a game that was, I'd say, overlooked by much of the visual public. This is Jacksonville, Detroit. Two teams on a collision course for mediocrity. Take it away, Spence.
Thank you for the intro. I appreciate it. Here we have TJ Yeldon, couple yards on the ground. Here's a throw by Bortles. Check this out. So Blake's able to hit that one.
So I'm very impressed. He was able to hit a 1 yard pass. And as we say, runs left, throws right, completion.
Did well in that play. 3rd and 3. I love this play. Good ball placement to Yeldon. Bortles is great at hitting running backs. You know, that's probably Blake's specialty. You know,
so here's a question: who's master of the check down? Would you say it's Bortles or Sam Bradford? Who is more in love with the check down?
Definitely Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford is Mr. Check Down.
I mean, I'm out on Sam Bradford. I'm not a Sam Bradford guy. However, Blake Bortles. I mean, this is a good example of why I don't think Blake Bortles, Bruce, is going to be, successful at this level, because, watch his throwing mechanics. He throws it almost down by his hip. Watch this. Here comes. You see that, Bruce?
There's also a hitch in his
motion. It's almost
motion.
like a claw.
Right. There's also a hitch in his motion. I know that Carson Wentz has been criticized because right before he cocks it back, he brings it in a downward motion.
But Bruce,
I'm seeing the same thing here with Bortles.
But Bruce, that's not even that's not even Carson Wentz. I mean, that's literally throwing it down by your lower body. And it's just hard to, complete passes when, you're constantly having to throw from that, release point, Bruce. All right, let's see if we could take back over. Very good. The thing about this is it's a new game film, so it's hard to get the cursor where you need it to be.
This one's hot off the griddle.
That happened to be a good throw.
That was a good throw.
I mean, it's easy when, his first read's open down the field and he's already, going into it. So let's watch Bortles here. So he sees the blitz. Good recognition by Blake. He does have that release that I don't like. He just needs to go to Tom House. He needs to go to the quarterback whisperer,
Well, at least he led the receiver.
Uh-huh.
Robinson made a good
catch.
And
Allen Robinson's one of their best receivers.
Dink and dunk.
It is. I mean, you have Allen Robinson, a talented wide receiver. You have Allen Hurns. You're paying Hurns about $7 million a year. You look at D.D. Westbrook. I mean, I think D.D. Westbrook's going to be pretty good. And there's the Gus Bradley. So here,
Is that the ghost of Gus Bradley? That's not really Gus Bradley. That's the ghost of Gus Bradley. May he rest in peace.
Here's Blake Bortles. Oh, we almost got a chance to see a decently long throw, but unfortunately we don't.
He demonstrated one thing on that play.
What?
Clear lack of foot speed.
Here after a turnover. Oh, we see a deep ball. Oh, come on. That looked like a pretty good throw. How come this receiver's not going to catch up to it, I think this is good ball placement. The receiver makes it seem like there you see the hitch, Ken.
There's a hitch. There's a ball.
But it's a good spiral. I mean, this should be caught. It should at least be an effort.
You're right. That was a terrible effort by the receiver.
Yeah, I think it might. Is that Mercedes Lewis? I'm not sure.
That's Mercedes Benz.
Well, no, there is a guy named Mercedes Lewis.
That's why I said
that.
I'm sure there is.
That was not that great.
So far,
it's hard to say that was great.
So far, this is riveting.
Oh man, we're just going through this. I mean, I watched some of the first half, and
Bortles is he a little bit hurt on that play?
Wait, here's Blake. Okay, watch this.
Play action. There's a hitch again. There's that hitch.
All right.
There it is.
Powerful arm. Throwing it into traffic? Nah. Decent effort. Come on now. See, I'm trying. How come your arrows don't work on this new NFL Game Pass? This makes everything so complex. Look at this offensive coordinator. He never airs it out down the field. I mean, that's his most creative
TJ?
play call. That's not TJ. That's it's Marquise Lee. Oh, it looks like we're gonna get a completion right here from Blake. Let's see if he looks to different guys. I mean, he looked at the same guy. That was actually his best throw because that actually had some zip on it. You know,
Yeah, let's see that one.
that
again.
actually gives you some hope. This throw gives you hope, but again, you know, it's always his one read. He's looking at one guy. And look, it's almost a pick play. You see how that guy's running right there?
He does step into the pocket.
And he does
puts
actually
it on target.
and he does show some velocity.
Okay, so that was the best throw I've seen so far.
Yes. I think Ivory really plays well, except not right there when he fumbles.
Not when he fumbles to the other team.
It's funny that I said that, but Chris
That's the kiss of death, I would say.
Chris Ivory did have a pretty good game. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that was badly overthrown.
But again, he's not working with he's not working with Jerry Rice and and Dwight Clark here. This is real patchwork.
That's a really poor pass.
But that's also a poor route. He even said that watch this guy's route. So again, it's a lot of pick concepts right here. Everybody's kind of running in the same spot. He stops right here. Terrible communication. He's not looking for the ball at all. I don't know if that's Michael Rivera. I mean, I'm not even sure who that guy is, to tell you the truth. I mean, these are...
He said it's on him. In fact, the receiver pointed to himself.
Right.
That was something less than
the first no. Man.
See, it looks like he's running in quicksand.
But that was poor pocket awareness by Blake Bortles right there. I mean, because, he gave up way too much ground, if you look at that particular play. Let's see if we could get a drive. I think this is actually a good drive. Okay. This offense is just so unimaginative, Bruce. It's just painful to watch.
Score on 2 to 3 yard plays like that. That was an unusual way of throwing it.
Why do you think that was unusual? I mean, the one thing about Blake is his release is just terrible.
He threw that up like a silver platter. He put a lot of air on that ball.
I mean, he did.
But the play, I'm really struck with the poor...
You're right. Like, he doesn't have a throw where he throws it down the field with good velocity, and he always...
When's the last time he does a deep out play? Never.
He does make Carson Wentz seem like, Aaron Rodgers, or even Jared Goff, it's very hard to score Blake. And I know Blake had a very good year, but he's really regressing with this new style of throwing the ball, And I don't think Blake Bortles, too, I think that he's not very well coached. As you can see here, Bruce, there's not a lot of complicated reads. He's not schooling the defense at all. He's not really even reading defense, So Blake is very pre-described, or he's got very premeditated plays.
Obviously, a nice individual play.
Well, good setup here. Wait, I think we're going to see a deep ball. That's a little wobbly. I didn't like that, but his release was at least better on that, Bruce. Like, if you go back to this...
The guy wasn't open. It was a poor choice.
But let's see if the release is better, if it's a higher point.
Let's see if the receiver's open.
That's a better release. I mean, he still has to hitch it back so far back. I mean, it is like a Tebow release,
I guess he just doesn't expect his receivers to ever be open, because that guy sure wasn't.
No, but Bruce, I mean, this guy doesn't have, the release that you really necessarily would want. That was so fortunate. I mean, it's just hard to take this offense. It's really hard to consider Jacksonville a playoff team when this is their offense. Now you have Fournette, right? Now you have Allen Robinson, D.D. Westbrook. Gives us way too much ground there.
The point is, with this kind of offense, you're going to be a low-scoring team.
Yes. You need Leonard Fournette. You need Cam Robinson. You need Brandon Albert maybe to come back.
Fournette's going to really have to just be a horse of the ground.
Really carry this team. I think that they really should have, even Deshaun Kaiser, maybe Watson, guys in the draft this year just have a lot stronger arms and upside than Blake Bortles, I mean, when you look at Blake Bortles compared to the other guys in the league, even Tyrod Taylor, I mean, it just, his arm strength is just something that really lacks, when you look at, this tape.
You look at his arm strength, his foot speed. Also, look at his choice. He only looks at one receiver. He doesn't look at a second read.
Right.
Same thing, just one guy. Now, guy happens to be open, misses the ball. That's on the receiver. That was a well-thrown pass.
Not really.
Let's see that one again.
Jury's out on if that was well thrown.
Let's see here.
He does pump.
Pumps.
He's just got to put more air under this. Also,
let's see the receiver. There he is.
That's low. It's a terrible effort. Looks like a wounded deer. Looks like he got shot, like a deer getting shot.
Down.
This team just has no heart. But again, maybe it's the Gus effect, and maybe
it's the interception effect.
Do you think it's the Gus effect? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a pick 6.
He just might go all the way.
I mean, when you look at this team, I mean, I love watching this play. This is the Jaguar season. That's the Jaguar season summed up
in a microcosm.
Yeah.
Watch as a kid. Let's watch this. Could you ever, guys out there, Rover Sports?
But look at the lower body. The lower body barely moves. I mean, it is like Blake is in quicksand. He doesn't step into any throws.
You just can't get enough of this play.
The way his body contours is truly special. And then, here's Blake. He does get this throw up.
He does get it up really nicely. And I'm sure the Lions are happy he gets it up.
Lions are happy, yep.
So far, 9 points.
This game isn't being shown, on NFL, replay anytime soon.
That's why you could count on us to. We're gonna.
I mean, this game is more interesting than a lot of Patriots games, though, because at least you don't know which team's gonna kind of win. The game's kind of in the dome. Kind of nice seeing that environment. But here's something that I just realized looking at Blake too. Is watch the lack of lower body speed that Blake also possesses. I mean, it's hard, I don't want to be too negative on Blake, but the bottom line is that this guy, he is looks like he's stuck in quicksand, speaking of quicksand.
He's not very fluid. He's not Russell
Not very
Wilson.
fluid.
He's not very fluid. I think
his lower body.
Lack of fluidity.
I mean, the one thing about Blake is his teammates really like him. He doesn't have a lot of great receivers. His receivers don't make a lot of effort. He really needs to get in with the receiving core, Bruce. And you know what he needs to do? He needs to work and really, develop chemistry with receivers other than Allen Robinson.
Spencer, I have a question from Lisa from Reading here from Rover Sports. She asks, is there a new offensive coordinator? And can you expect a different offensive scheme this year?
I believe that there is a new offensive coordinator, and that's a good kick by Myers. I think we can expect a new offensive coordinator, Bruce, and, watching Blake, if Blake can fix his delivery, if he could take more chances, that's what he did in 2015. He really needs to take chances. He needs to throw it up to Allen Robinson. He needs to let him make plays on the ball. He needs to be a more aggressive offensive scheme. Then I think Blake has a chance. And at least this year with a young core, you will understand, Bruce. You will see Blake Bortles, and you will see, if he has it in the tank. If he can come back, if his release can get better. I know he is working on his release. If the offense is more aggressive, if they take chances with Hearns, with Robinson, utilize D.D. Westbrook in the passing game, and it's really going to come down to the offensive line, Bruce Linder, Robinson, and Leonard Fournette, and we'll see what happens with Brandon Albert, and we'll see if Blake can flourish next season. So thanks for watching, guys. The next video we're doing is a very entertaining prospect. It's Tyrod Taylor. That should be out in the next couple of days. Thanks for listening and watching Rover Sports.